Hey everybody, Nick Troutman here with Jackson Kayak, and today we are answering your burning questions and breaking down the main differences between the Antix 2.0 and the brand new Antix 3. Let's get into it. So in breaking down the Antix 3 versus the Antix 2, we really had to start off with thinking, what do we want out of this boat? We all loved the Antix 2. We know a lot of you guys did, but we thought, how could we make this better? And some of the main design criteria that we were aiming for was the same steps from the Antix 1 to the 2 was the 2 to the 3, is to be able to make the boat more playful, to be able to play it more, and then also to be able to river run more and be more stable, and possibly even river run some harder whitewater in it. So in doing so, we started off with the same footprint. So both boats are 8 foot long. We really liked the 8 foot length of the Antix 2. We thought we would keep it for the Antix 3, but we wanted to start off by adding some of that more river run ability. So we added a 1/4 inch to the Antix 3. That 1/4 inch is right under the hull, so you're gonna actually feel the planing surface just a little bit wider. And what that really is gonna do is it's gonna add to the primary stability of the boat. So when running down river, anything like that, any swirly water, you're gonna naturally feel that the Antix 3 is gonna be more stable. Moving into the stern, you're also going to recognize that the Antix is gonna be more stable because of the width that we've added to the very tip of the stern. By adding a little bit width to the very tail, it just adds more stability. You're also less likely to go head over stern if you get hit by a big wave or anything like that, so just more stability on the stern there as well. Moving up into the bow, as far as river running and stability, we actually added more bow rocker to the boat and added a lot more volume up around the bow as well. So 2 things there, you're just gonna have more surface area, you're gonna have a higher ride. So when running through whitewater, up and over holes, waves, anything like that, it's just gonna ride more high and dry. And then there's also more surface area up there to just keep you afloat and keep that boat up and over top of anything when you're running downriver. When moving into the play side of the boat, we really revamped the tail of the Antix 3.0. First off, we actually lowered the stern rocker of the stern. So what that does is it's gonna be just better for surfing. You're gonna be able to catch and surf smaller waves. You're just gonna be faster on those waves, and it's just gonna really surf really well. Like I said before, we added a little bit more of that stern width to the very tail. And what we did is we revamped our stern bump and volume pod right behind the cockpit rim. So on the Antix 2, we've got a pretty big volume pod right here, which just helps us balance more when we're vertical. On the Antix 3, we kind of revamped this a little bit. So 1, aesthetically, I think it looks better, but 2, as far as the volume goes, it transitions in a little bit more. And what that was able to do is that we were able to keep more volume there, but also take more volume out of the farther ends of the tip of the sterns. So it's just gonna be easier to be able to get that boat vertical in the Antix 3.0. And then also while we're vertical, by having a better wing shape, having that more width at the very tip, it's gonna be a better wing shape when vertical, and it's just gonna be a lot easier to keep the boat vertical and up and with ease. Now to continue on with our freestyle and talking about surfing, the hull of the Antix 3.0 is totally revamped. We took the double rail from our Rockstar 5.0 and we added it to the Antix 3. Since we've had the Rockstar, we've thought this would be such a great addition to the Antix, and oh my gosh, it's even better than I could have ever dreamed. Just for carving, you can carve so much farther out onto the wave. That double rail also keeps the water from wrapping up over the side of the boat, so it's just gonna be a lot looser on the wave. So when you're surfing, when you're trying spins, anything like that, the double rail is really going to make the boat much more looser, and you're actually gonna plane, you're gonna have a higher planing surface on the wave, so you're not gonna feel like so deep into the water. So the freestyle capabilities of the Antix 3.0 are really just taken to the next level. Whether you're trying to get vertical for the first time ever on a stern squirt, or you're trying to do the most intense moves out there, you're trying to do loops or cartwheels, kick flips, whatever you want, you're still gonna have all the capabilities that the Antix 2.0 had, but it's just gonna be elevated so much much more in the Antix 3. So as far as ergonomics go, we actually listened to you guys. In the Antix 2.0, a lot of you guys said you wanted more knee room. So that's exactly what we delivered in the Antix 3.0. We've got more knee height. It's just gonna be a rounded out shape there. It's gonna feel a lot more comfortable on the knee area itself. Foot room wise, we've also got more foot room because the boat is gonna be wider and more volume up near the ends of the boat. So someone with a bigger foot, a bigger shoe, or a longer leg is gonna be much more comfortable in the Antix 3.0 versus the Antix 2. As far as our outfitting, we've got the same outfitting as the Antix 2. It's our standard whitewater outfitting. We've got our Sherlock backband system. We've got our Unishock bulkhead. We've got the hip pads, the 5 different seat positions. We've got our bees knees, thigh hook, everything that you know and love from our Jackson whitewater lineup, and everything that you know and love from the Antix 2.0 outfitting wise is gonna be the exact same in the Antix 3. Though the ergonomics of it is gonna be able to fit a longer leg, a bigger shoe, a bigger foot, and it's just gonna be more comfortable up and around the knee area. So all in all, what we tried our best to do was take a boat with the Antix 2.0, take something that we know, that we love, and take the feedback that you guys gave, that our team delivered, and build out the best possible boat that we can deliver with the Antix 3. Obviously, we wanted to keep a lot of that same style, that same feel with the Antix 2, but we wanted to take it to the next level. So you're gonna have more river running capabilities, you're gonna be able to run some harder whitewater, you're gonna be able to surf better waves, you're gonna have a looser, more fun feel while surfing, and as far as the freestyle goes, you are gonna be able to take that freestyle aspects to the next level. I hope you guys love it as much as I do. It's my new favorite boat. I hope that helps answer some of your questions of the main differences between the Antix 2.0 and the Antix 3, and I hope to see you guys out on the river. Cheers, everybody.